Now, those of you who are aware of my videos, you know that I am pretty much the top expert when it comes to the great conspiracy, when it comes to people who are not involved. The shooter killed many people because of the gay's role in the New World Order. Not because he was aware of that role, necessarily, but rather because they wanted to put gays on the side of the people and create attitudes and sentiments in society that basically make people think that this is a war against fanaticism, and that gays and atheists and feminists and scientists and law enforcement and mental health and LGBT people and eugenicists, they're on the right side of society, and that we need to give these people drugs. That's why they said that he was a wife beater and he was mentally ill, to bring feminists and atheists and mental health all on the same team and make it seem like these groups are right and that we need to put the religious fanatics in check along with the mentally ill, and that we need to drug them and screen out their DNA. Now, the following clip is more important than this one. Pay close attention. I prove beyond any doubt that the philosophy behind America is masonry, and masonry is responsible historically, not only for the Jacobins on record, not only for the Bolsheviks in Russia on record, but for every major event in the last 50 years at least as well. Remember, the Russian and French revolutions were going back a couple hundred years. These people have been in charge for quite some time. And it is rather discouraging and disconcerting that society is going to rush into the arms of the wolves, so to speak, of the culprits, of the perpetrators of these crimes, and the philosophies that they are trying to push are going to be reinforced by society's stupidity. Look, it talks about how to deal with enemy forces in any given nation, including America. It talks about puppet governments. It talks about auxiliary groups, civilian collaborators, ways to disseminate information and communication, how to spread rumors effectively, how to win the moral support of a nation and convince them that their political and social aims and goals are in line with the American forces, and how to explain to people in a way that they will be more receptive to that America is on their side, and to convince them that America's on their side. It never touches on whether or not America is actually on their side, but it misleads you to believe that they are. They do not want to go into detail about what Americans believe, but rather coming to a consensus with the government and the psychological operations units about what they want to instill and impress upon a targeted population. So pause this and make sure you read the underlying parts and the sentences around them especially, and you will see that, yes, what they are doing is by the book. They're trying to confound speech using drugs and substances. You couple that with MK Ultra, COINTELPRO, Michael Aquino's Mind War. There's no other way it could be. These people are using rather underhanded means to stifle dissent, because they see anybody who agrees with uncontrolled opposition as hindering American progress. The reason why I am targeted is because my beliefs are irreconcilable with the beliefs of America, which are based on Freemasonry. You know, FDR, Harry Truman, George Washington, and countless other Masonic presidents have thoroughly integrated Masonic philosophy with quote-unquote American philosophy. So I am targeted because I do not believe that secret society should manipulate things behind the scenes and place everybody with any kind of reverent power into the positions they achieved. I believe that a man should be able to rise unhindered according to his own merit, regardless of his political beliefs. And if a nation or any group disagrees with that person, they should be civilized and grown up about it and challenge that person to a debate or address his views, not resort to mockery or smear campaigns or covert drugging. These things, to me and to every good Christian, are despicable, distasteful, dreadful, and unbecoming of any man of honor who deserves to have a rightful position in society. I believe that we should expose all wicked men who have positions of power so that they lose their power, and we should do so through constructive discourse and calculated, effective debates. Several dozen presidents are on record as being Freemasons, key presidents who started the OSS and the CIA. Franklin Delano Roosevelt appointed Donovan to start the OSS, and Harry Truman started the CIA. So on record, Freemasons started the CIA and the OSS, which became the CIA, and therefore they started MKUltra programs. And on record, bankers, lawyers, historians, and more, and athletes were involved in the Office of Strategic Services to help them with their propaganda campaigns. So eugenics, mind control, masonry, on record, they are connected. So Theodore Roosevelt was a eugenicist, and he was a Freemason. He passed the tradition on to his eugenicist Freemason son, FDR, which then brings us to the beginning of MKUltra. Freemasons talk about who is worthy to live or fit to live at all in morals and dogma. I believe in the 32nd degree chapter. And they talk about intellect over superstition and intellect to subjugate men, and using trickery, treachery, the knaveries, and banking to help them achieve this goal. And that is on the screen right now, the proof from Morals and Dogma, from the most respected Masonic writer who helped write the degrees of the Scottish Rite. And the Scottish Rite, on record, funded MKUltra. I mean, don't you see? America's philosophy is Masonry, which is eugenics, scientific racism, Satanism, and using treachery to get over on people. Why do you think politicians are so corrupt here? It's their philosophy.
The whole hip into it and snap it. and get it. I mean, you gotta put the whole hip in.
Coward. This is not just about you. Was Osiris. The Lord of the Black Law should respect. Look inside yourself. You do not. Why are you?
No one will save those people. It's just like you. They are black African monkeys. No one will save them.
5/11/2016. I told you I would only express my warrior nature during this week during martial arts.
I can't let suffering persist. God gave me a gift to the world. I give it all. As the minions of Set approach, I stand tall. Even if it's by myself. I could never be selfish. Too many people's tears were felt in the depths of my heart.
5/11.
The lights
2016.
dimming, surrounded by pitch dark.
Martial arts warriors expression.
I kept my focus.
Only in martial arts, the rest is experiment.
Others conform.
March 11, 2016. 5/11/2016. I told you the martial arts is the only time I'll express my warrior nature.